Casa Hoodwomo Trotromo, and a pay the church Uber drivers. Carpenter for Mutia and a pay racing for the church and a pay. I was in a ruddy years to Christo. Now I just say, Amen. I'm in Chelsea, Syria, Palace, and a rock number 1. Echo, as someone can say, and a pay. Echo, at saying, good morning to you. Right, Echo to Aboso, Syria, Papa, right, and a pay at the time. Sorry, what castle. Roman father would to come out, and I'm walking. I was to boy, and I'm trying to pay to say, Queen of the Airwaves, and to pay what to say. And I don't pay me, I'm watching what and the bar, Kanawu to my so you are always the best. As when I want you to make it too, I make it number 1. My main channel crasser, our castle. Maybe I am finishing a boat to and I said, the Debia Wakano. The crasser, I don't pay what to say. Marinchia, Aban, Ewa Shaban. Aban, good morning, what to say. 5 p.m. Ewa Kwetia, Kofi Wakasua, Paris, Ewa Bodia, Yao, Ewa to Adenta. Oh, yeah, Maya, the baby, you know, able to Kavenya, Evan Kavenya, good morning. Who first to ready in the agro? We are hello, and step away. Rasto, our Pong Catamanso, and I would say to make you a Biabuha. Because singing no edge. I pay the church when you are Kobe, able to sow to your Kobe, what to say. I pay the church when you are Namini Toto Paki, our time. I was sucking there, our time. I want to say, I hey, I like you a test. I like you this morning. I'll pay for what to say. To me, church, I'm a collecting in Yahoza, and was to whom Yahoza, good morning. Prince Henry, able to Cophobia. Prince Henry, what to say. And I pay the church across the country. One more journey in and there you are. Throwback day. It's a pleasure. Until the Supreme Court and its judgment. Matters are rising this morning. Divergent views and opinions coming up from civil society organizations have come across a lot of articles and writers with respect to a year Supreme Court judgment and now, Yababoy Homony, Naya can carry the Amamano pay. We will delve deeper into the issues. Yabakobi, now Yakotie, your minority non so air can get disagreement and the way forward for the Republic of Ghana. It is second still now, and no pay any and Komodo. And pay when Yentina, now Yentimi, any in Komodo. I mean, quite just so, Namini Minia Bear, my Frank, any in Komodo. And just so the youth wing of the New Patriotic Party, one more Jabasa, now one more Jaya, one more joining in Ano, and trust Yano, and they say, and they know, Usha Babia, or my ye Yakwakodru, now Usha the New Patriotic Party. The New Patriotic Party polling station, executive election at one more area, plus the matters are rising, under the leadership of Ora John Kuma lawyer. And Ghana's Deputy Finance Minister, Aman Semno Akwakoye Bebre. Mini abe ma Frank, ebedi hon komo na afe yetimi ahwese Semno yebeden apene pomesi bre. Frank, what me ka good morning. Wumpom boko de.
Mr. Speaker, nyakopon adom me ho ye na nso e.
Erade de yen kwa che bibia ye fa no pay edweso etesen.
Mr. Speaker, no pay de edweso boko na enso party MPP mu na enye boko odweso.
I see. At the end, I support boy and common I enter was here.
Mr. Speaker, and anope mammy and chia what you for no her for. Nabin Case, Anka MPP Dianka, yet Yasun Rim aware just so. Until set, Uncle of Kubia from young patriots. Or money, Yira MP, lawyer John Kumanam. Ekokoto aba ahumache. Set. Omuku page pija manfonsa ahumachi de shum so matwaba ena akofam pinchin watimi no wakami nyina aba edwuso constituency enkanya sa anka edwuso constituency de nka MPP party no anka ye ho den a etia bokwa ye hwese nka ye nyina ye mwa na yet be break the 8 Emma MPP e fan into my pesa e wo edwo ha de ka nyina ne say young patriots eye MPP edi kwan se yento aba enyi polling station executives no MPP for what you so important nyina obi akokofa na form you got inya nipa 4,000 and over our mokokofa for 26 February, I dear change ya be petit, and ya quack to a buy a better young people for so much to a baby. And I do the soon and on the car and Kania. I was so aged and crew, I would be so much to a baby. And no, and I am before Emma Bunu, our Mokoko far form, and where just so ha. Say, I deny a course no, or more any young people for any yard in a moment, and into a party, no. The leadership of the MPP party, a Washington region, and a national level. Young Capi, the better young people I release say, Yura, managing director or yet electricity company of Ghana, Kwame Ajimabudu, any Ejuso MC, and a society amount for a demonstration, and were just some petema. No could be any some young people for work can. No cry, woman say, said there be a coso, a were just a constituency. Na young patriots for and amasa de no aba edoso constituency ya because you need to constituency ya to abano you need to offer a form now submit a form now go through vetina you should date at the mouth say dia that we aba beto aba you will be sa ade betin ya say young patriots for ya to abawi and no who de na MPP mabunu a e wa edoso a obo fa form eso omodo bonus I don't see the air coso e wo mpetemu ha no na de nega a ekoso nyina no ye mfa mu bia si yura jonkuma on ne shaase ma o moto sa aba no adana homache no enam se osro contest nti no on pese ye beto aba ade ne nkofo be wura me duru primaries na ono kwa akọ ono post no eno enti no hwe e ma o mo ye sa urudura dasem e wo so constituency a e mabunu a o moto form sa wi ata so se ye mpene da e ma sa ade we entwam eno ena didi da ba mpesue so na nya engineer Kwame Ajimabudu ene MCS ofimpon aba ya tu yi chairman S ofimpon ano e former constituency chairman no ye MC party no e de ne ko afigase o ne ko hwe ase abato so enti ya so aba ya tu nyina no chairman S ofimpon onim ho hwe wa nka ho asem krada engineer Kwame Ajimabudu e de so aba ya to aba no kwa no ni kuruma no watu kwan oni Ghana ha kra no aba be catch what no aba be for the abatolu no aba be shem ko wachi amoma kwa akọ now MPP ejuso constituency yenim engineer Kwame Ajimabudu yi pa nenso ekwan yenim no enye kwan a okosha amanfo ase amomodi aye demonstration ekwan a ye faso nim ne se you win ye hia bibi e de abontoa ama MPP e wa ejuso a engineer Kwame Ajimabudu ye kono oboayen e ma ye sika e ma ye niema e de ye party adwuma ye MPP party office yesi ewo ejoso ye radwuma abrebia obekwa kogina baabia oritu no so wona esi party office MPP party ne fundraising ewo ejoso wo Kessben Park engineer Kwame Ajimabudu eyi ni nsem sika opepepe oha 100 million ma ni 8 enso di bika ho ma party fo ewo ejoso ha ye ntoboa ene DC party office ro enti ye kase obi a obwa party ni ewo jeso a engineer Kwame Ajimabudu on pese rema de kura the party ni ewo jeso na de tie nyina ne sei asema mo ka ba ko ne se eso mpon ewo municipal chief executive obi a nim se ni nua ene engineer Kwame Ajimabudu obo na aka omuti apam ho so on pese ogutu yera dwonkuma be di MP afi kura ba ye nse enfie ni kura mai obi be shi so paso baba bitu se wo ye wadwuma no wakoso ye wadwuma kama obe ni madwuma wo so wo ye wo dia to Facebook amanfo share wo Facebook enzin ka adwuma wa wo ni se wo ye nka de na wo senka police station election franka wo senka wo suru ko he se beto aba wo ennam se abribia no pese of team wa Kwame so na wo de ye nyema se de be ya be suit wo no an advantage de be ya obia de hu so wo ne han bofo ewo constituency mu no abribia no sha manfo ye dede na manfo egi nsema eho eni mfafo ewo ede so ha na youth wing ewo jo ye ka chere se we di adobro ye stremo MC ne na juma onu aka ho bi na president ebidi ewo ede so ha onu aka ho bi ɛna MC yɛ confirm no sɛ no ɔma MC ɛnyɛ n'adwuma na ɔma engineer Kwame Agyemangbudu ɛnyɛ n'adwuma saa ne young patriots wo ya saa kɔyɛ hyɛ aseɛ saa true statement sɛ ɔma mpanyini ɛnyɛ engineer Kwame Agyemangbudu ɛdi wohu obi so ni mapa a ɔboa adu so sei wama nkurɔfo ya saa akɔ akɔtwo sɛ sɛ yɛnyi n'adi na deɛ bɛyɛ na wɔpɛ sɛ wɔ achieve no kyɛ sɛ ɔno deɛ obi biara so some party no ɛwɔ constituency no biara ɔboa party no kɔnkan biara ofili sɛ threat to him ɛno nti ɔkwan bi a ɔbɛfa so biara ɔpɛ sɛ kɔno baabi bi ɔwɔ biara yi ne firi hɔ biara ɔbɛyɛ saa young patriots ya mmerɛ a yɛbɔɔ no ama MP pam na ɔso adi obedi as deputy minister for roads and highways bankofo yi ayɛ demonstration sɛ president Akufo-Addo ɛnyi n'adi kyɛ sɛ ɔno deɛ bia ɛbɛkɔ so biara ɛmfa ne kwan mu biara ɛnkɔ yi
but Frank would you to mu sɛ wei nyinaa no ɛyɛ allegations will levy against the person of Owura John Kuma now the way I will say you know obi nso bɛka sɛ wo supporter enti no baby a wo gyina nti ana wo kasa de way a wo ka
yɛsɛ na engineer Agyemangbudu no ɔno all supporters o gyina deɛ o nyina hwee
no but say wo nyina hwee kura no a obiara no wo bi ɔpɛ na asɛm right
asɛm pɛ deɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛpɛ MP asɛm yɛpɛ MC asɛm yɛpɛ biara na Nana Danko Akufo-Addo ayi ne sɛ ɔnyɛ adwuma ma MPP a ofiri do so yɛpɛ na asɛm ɛne nti deɛ yɛmpɛ ne sɛ yɛmu baako koraa bɛfiri mu yɛbɛteɛ ne sɛ ebia papa wei ɔyɛ adwuma wɔ MPP abɛn mu ofiri do so nti wafiri yɛfiri abɛn mu ɛno ne yɛmpɛ sɛ yɛbɛte da nti obi biara ɛnyɛ n'adwuma obiara ntena yɛ n'adwuma ɔba abɛn ase a yɛwɔ Students Loan Trust Fund CEO Nana Kwaku agye yɛboa wofra party mu dwumadi a yɛdi biara ɔba bɛboa wokɔ ayi National Service Secretariat a ɔmo board chairman ofiri ɛkyɛn kurom nti saa mpanyinfoɔ yɛ ɔdwo so yɛ na wɔpɛ sɛ yɛyi bi firim a wakɔhyɛ wɔn nkurɔfoɔ akyi sɛ ɔmo nkɔka si yɛnyi Kwame Agyemangbudu yɛyi na di adeɛ bɛyɛ na wobɛnya wɔhu sɛdeɛ yɛsitiɛ no yɛbɛsrɛ no ɛmo ni na MP
ɛnti sɛ abanomato anaa
abadeɛ mi wura Mr. Speaker yɛnto aba wɔ de so young patriots na akɔgyina baabi apagya wɔn nsa to aba na wɔn sɛ party ne wɔ structures yɛwɔ kwan a yɛfa so de resolve yɛ dispute yɛde petition akɔ akɔma the party leadership ɛwɔ Ashanti region yɛde bi aba headquarters the petition for yɛn wɔ party no biara yɛmpɛ sɛ yɛbɛyɛ dedede yɛbɛka sɛ adwosofo a yɛbɛto aba na mo yɛ dedede ɛno nti ne yɛafa the right way yɛafa the party structures wɔ yɛde yɛ sɛ party no nso ɛnam sɛ ɛho no ehia ahia a wɔn yie paa na wɔn bɛhɛ sɛ wɔn bɛ resolve asɛm ne nyinaa afiri hɔ ama pɛpɛɛpɛ yɛ aba na ɛdwo so yɛato ne yie ama obiara ho atɔ no nti ɛno ne yɛhwehwɛ yɛhwɛ wɔn ma sie nyɛ n'adwuma wɔn ma engineer nyɛ n'adwuma na afei wɔn ma honourable member of parliament lawyer Don Otwe Kuma nso nyɛ n'adwuma na wɔn nyinaa nka mmom na mpuntu a yɛhia wɔ yɛn nsa nka saa pɛpɛɛpɛ ne yɛnya
na maame nka statement a mɔde aba no ebi yɛn to aso ne nkɔmɔ se our attention has been drawn to a statement by young patriots, a notorious fan club of Mr. John Kuma, MP for Ejetuense, which sought to accuse Mr. Agyemangbudu and Honorable Samuel Frimpong, MD or ECG, MD of ECG, and MCSO respectively, of being behind the statement described as the destabilization of peace in Ejeso. We have also read a particular utter dismay, the part of the statement where particular mention of Mr. Agyemangbudu for fueling the political agitations in Ejeso in pursuit of an ambition to become Member of Parliament Ejeso and wish to put the following on record. The Young Patriot Group gained a community-wide notoriety for maligning an individual they perceived as threat to their paymaster, Mr. John Kuma, with a certain fondness. The aforementioned group has been the cause of all the continuous political controversies in the Ejeso constituency. The political atmosphere in Ejeso has seen no peace. The inauguration of this group. Members of the infamous group were individuals who, in complete disregard for the fundamental tenets of our democracy and in defiance of shared democratic wisdom and common sense, were seen in a video recordings declaring themselves as polling station executives in the hours of Saturday, 26 February 2022, when indeed not election has been conducted. The group's attempt to impose themselves, the good people of Ejeso, as polling station executives has been met with fierce resistance, well-meaning party faithfuls. Mr. Ajimambudu has not on any occasion, any event or forum expressed interest in contesting for party seat at Ejeso. The only time Mr. Ajimambudu has in the affairs of the NPP in Ejeso other than electioneering campaigns and a fundraising event was when he sought to broker the peace between the MP, Mr. John Kuma, and some constituency executives who the MP had for suspicious and inferior reasons antagonized. In fact, Mr. Ajimambudu, whose name is being dragged in the mud today, minions of Mr. John Kuma personally don motorcycles, party T-shirts, and an undisclosed amount of money to the NPP constituency in support of Mr. John Kuma's campaign during 2020 electioneering year. Mr. Samuel Drofenpo, MCE for Ejeso, has meddled in the affairs of the party in the Ejeso constituency since his assumption of office as the MCA. Against the background, it will be utterly ridiculous for any to accuse Mr. Ajimambudu and Samuel Drofenpo for fueling the in the new patriotic party in Ejeso. As a matter of fact, the MP for Ejeso, Mr. John Kuma, for the fear test for an insane belief that the Ejeso seat is now his bona fide and birthright, is rather hiding behind the young patriot to pursue a certain wicked agenda, regards and retrograde and disregard for the rest of the good people of Ejeso. Okay, and those are except of Musteta Mutro, yeah. And now in this, most of the petition are question any national, right?
Yes, please.
I think what has been the response?
Petition, with the petition, the national executives have 2 weeks in the trying to time the best elapsed in the response on everybody. In the only a good
and until that, name that property elections everywhere. So is that what you are saying?
Mirrors are you see, him that cry election because I just saw the asset now, the names are 12 hours.
But one electoral area and one polling station pen about 20 cost. And in generality, popular acclamation echoes so in all polling stations.
Meaning, there were 205 stations. There were 28 electoral areas. That cost so Emubia.
And you want more alleges say you could pay one month, you will only a for.
Omukade and some pejano for Manco Pejano polling station. Just for you, Chloe, I am going to say, Yabedru Bessiance. No, my papa could not party this or no, my peja or monsa. Near to powder go almost, yes, Yerini. No, Moko also. No, my papa could now, no, my peja or monsa, no, my to powder go almost Yerini. Sadim, yes. It's a nips particular polling station we any could deny acclamation and after declaration. It be sour just what. It's young to the hour just what.
But supposedly, one more peja almost I don't say one more quack position or polling station is being.
I said, we are going to go or moving out without Obi Wabra. Yes, delegates, as when you polling station cries or your delegates. I said, maybe where we are no Obi or say, yeah, can't say we're really. I have I was immediately renew growing. Police requires so we need him.
I see. But a bit to cross to polling station, echo executive, other polling station, we are born to about one.
You are a manager, answer now by a polling station executive. Now, what's a big corner to about our polling station? Any first requirements.
I see. And so, sir, you could be your being sour baby. Want to miss our emphasis and sapejano. Medina position a different polling station. Sana
There be. Anything is our money.
I say. Frank, my no was no pay. Now, the any of us are bunch, but one p what's in car or whatever.
Oh, lawyer, or boy, you want crap, lawyer, John Punti, or boy, you want.
No, boy, you want cran, I'm what's the constituency, and I'm more bonny, you mean.
Oh, there will be a more lawyer, more, David. A lawyer, your body, you pay. Oh, boy, you want kind, 12 and 12 hours or so.
I see. And see, why am not the same more board, I remember the yam.
Yeah, more be I am, yeah, Pepe pay and a badger so. Pepe pay a badger so our team will come here, what you see now, it will be trap.
But your sources train say, will no support Yajuman Budu say, Mona Mako fan is a woman contest with Rajon.
Oh,
now, Frank Yamino, because yes, we are personal aid to John Budu. I want to spearhead campaign no constituency.
Rabbi says, speaker. You Raji my Budu mean the last time Grammy Huno. The last time I'm you Raji my Budu during the Christmas festivities. Who sued the Asante region MPP, who just were room, who sued the women's wing, who sued the youth wing, who sued all Asante regional communicators, who sued just constituency police station executives. Just constituency. Apart from that, the last time I'm my body. 7 kasa phone so 7 kasa maintain and kaprada.
I see. All right. Frank Chibos Yako, Mamino as pay. Why?
Mr. Speaker.
Yo, you be any ever said in Combo BM. And say Frank Chibos Yako, a member of the youth group, one more at this statement, at the Barmont. So the NPP's election matters are rising. Made us say 21 minutes after 10 a.m. My friend was joining here. This is Kessben 92.9. We are live on Facebook on Kessben FM 92.9. My messages in no Emra 0550596929 0550567929. Na for messages no ninyina no fabra. Ye to ya boase na yeti me akenkan ninyina so e de amount. But ye we mami meba
as to whether a person presiding as speaker, consistent with Article 102 of the 1992 Constitution, which provides for the quorum, and Article 104 can exercise a vote whilst presiding. Our attention is drawn to a very disappointing ruling the Supreme Court of Ghana, with more or less amounts to interference in time-tested parliamentary practice, published convention everywhere in the world. In civilized democracies, the presiding officers voted. So it's not for nothing that Article 2 provides that a person presiding shall hold original nor custom votes. The Supreme Court, to put it aptly, this ruling is judicial support for nothing more. Judicial support for a struggling economy in distress and support for the restoration of a matter that they have said is constitutional, to the provisions of Article 102 and 104. But what can we do? They are clothed with the mandate to interpret the law. This is a travesty of parliamentary justice and a start in the growth and development multi-party constitutional democracy build on spirit and principle of checks and balances. Is it not for us to hear, whilst we await the full reasoning of the Supreme Court, to hear them quoting from one of the justices that the quorum in Article 118 has a quorum in Article 104? That is the ruling. But we know that for quorum, Article 102 is written on the composition of
Ejuma eye emranche chimu de enye mrashe bedwane de no ashe bedwane de ze enye mra no ye mra no wi na chinye ba ho a e court na ze o chechemu na ba oman kun emra kun ni de Supreme Court de ye constitution de onko a na chinye ba ho ye de ne se ye mfanye adwuma na emum ye adwuma ye mu no se chinye ba ho asem e wo mu ni bi kira Supreme Court ngwa na wotumi so chi asemu yi obi a megidi somafo nim se woye ndi ene de court efi se wogidi se onko na wotumi se wo chechi nwanwa asema na eti pro ya se twa no se wo mu ba be wura ye omu ma ye dem ha se ye mfa ya se man ko ha so wo mu meka bi badia o mani tumi ne ma wo mu o mani mra ne ma wo mu te wo mu chechi na de mrada omfanto tine kwan so a yom babo ama ya tu ile bide mini hu se de bemu ye ya ba ne yeto de bia yeto aba ofia ye mrada se no na ye dinkudim that is the ye nyina ya dwene ntumi nkoben kro mbebire ya take decision ofia ha no ye nto aba ye nkan ebize ye nyina ya dwene kro na emum de ya dwene hia the intimate consensus kind na the dodo ne wono na ye de ko Supreme Court kan no ho asem timinim said obi betumi esusu na adwenem but me anya me nwanwa de is the bia ombedi asem a wo mo bedi for de o so mo ho asem ka ombe ya ombedi two o mo ho asem ka agise de be kwa mo pe and ne bu ase se o hwe o mane ye mura kunu constitution no a obi a oye chame hina bi de ekire mrashe bedwane nti ye kan mrashe otidwomu ontidwomu ose ye kan no ka ho se ye otidwomu ontidwomu oso to abane bi kan bebre so ye na medwene a mede tu dwa mra metie dwamu akinye ba ho no ehia se enioma na akinye wo ho no oman court no Supreme Court teach mu aba se no na abaye mra ebe mayi nyina akwankyere so ye adwuma awofia petition is his this matter was put to the Supreme Court to interpret the Constitution. A standing orders was pitched against the Constitution. The Supreme Court has concluded the only body that the Constitution has given the mandate to interpret the Constitution has disagreement as to what it means. Cannot be a deputy speaker, belong to a side of the house, unless you're part of the team. So that analogy in my is wrong. We belong to teams. Indeed, the Constitution, and I think it is very clear, you must have been sworn in as a member of parliament before you can be elected as a deputy speaker. Secondly, it is expected deputy speaker will belong to one side or the other. A thing of being a neutral person. No. But all persons, once presiding, you are required to be impartial. And that is what speakers are required by law. Well, let me say that a long argument between myself and the majority leader. He argued that in his view, a deputy speaker presides entitled to a casting vote. I said that reading the Constitution, I tend to agree with him, but I will not make that pronouncement. It is not so clearly stated in the standing orders and the Constitution that a body other than me will make that declaration. Very glad that indeed that clarity has been given, but not surprised the text of the Constitution very clear, and even that the 1093 was clear that in the original vote, whereas in the case of the speaker it said you shall either original or casting vote. When it came to the deputy speaker, it said in the original vote. The natural consequence was that you would vote. This decision of the Supreme Court appears to affirm that was strongly argued. I agreed with, but I just stop of making that declaration because I thought if we had to make that declaration, I would have preferred that it would come from the Speaker or House voting that it should so be. But what the Supreme Court has view is to clear the way to remove any ambiguities in that respect.
92.9, the Piazza.
It's 10:30. You are live on FM 92.9. Kessben Kanawu Jumedi, so the Medida Kwame appear could be the speaker. No pain so ye didn't come more 80. And near would see a no a Haruna Drusu. And Dras and Trofon Shemudia were a minority leader in Ghana's parliament. And I feel ye board the first deputy parliament. Uraju Wise, Joseph for say was so dear at the man. Now, medical born Komobi Social Ghana Police Service, saya Bullion Van Bia. Ekonya akwanhyia akromfo kɔso wɔn gyi sika no free wɔn nsam tututuo ne de akeka aka ho nyina enei abɛda di sɛ akromfo ekodi sɛ adwuma no na prosifo mienu ɛka ho na wɔn adi kan akɔkɔkye bi owura bi a yɛfrɛ no Pablo wɔn ni wie yɛ no Pablo no nso sɛ wɔnim prosifo nan bi nso a wɔn nyinaa na nga wɔn ka robbery a ɛkɔɔ so no ho. Enti no prosifo aka wɔn sɛ wɔn nkɔ na wɔn nkɔ kyerɛ baabi kura na san krofo yi wɔn hyehyɛ wɔn ahinta wɔn ho. Police for the statement aba sɛ wɔn kɔdu saa abea no adeɛ sɛ tututuo no ɛkɔɔ so tututuo no kɔɔ so no fofi antoata etuo boba ne bi akɔka ayulu a wɔn yɛ prosini wɔne nadamfo baako wɔn nyinaa yɛ prosifo a wɔn kɔ kyerɛ prosifo a aka wɔn nso yɛ part of the robbery gang no ɛne wɔn ato anananom ɛwɔ nseɛ do na asɛm yi ɛne nkɔmɔ yi ɛtwetwe so menti aseɛ sɛ wɔn atimi akɔba prosini bia no a sebe ne ho kan and that is according to the police report and they know one way a key suspect with investigation in this particular matter no and they prosecutors mo atwa nananom ewon siedo ma me kwa homa no so na me ne the honorable member of parliament edema Wow West the Honorable Peter Lanchin Tobu Enkonkodin Komo, former superintendent of police. One knows they say no, Wakona Homejin, Wajai Edim Rashebeja Konya. I don't pay what's to make a good morning, happy new year. So I feel Menteonka.
Mr. Speaker, Mpacha Mejoso, I face a Senate that's income.
Very well. Now, and Pombo Kwadia, what to say?
Why the Bibia Boko, Bibia Parliament say Bibia Boko? Why you say a people for about why you into Kaunia? Midam Tasakayo.
Arabo. I would have said to us, oh, yeah, I was sent.
No, you're
going to very well. I don't pay your for a while and come on, ye the matrice in a snapshot. But what's your police statement? Any they were some sort of criminals, ya allow themselves. One more be a part of your recruitment a year into our services. As I say, it is emergency, a lot of robberies are causing. Police will be known as Shemu Edi Asiema. Na yache no a wo bo ama investigation akoso ye nei yesi tututu asi enti wono famu ahwere ne nkwa de ekoso ewo yen sector ni mu when it comes to security and sa criminals abo awuramu yi mamintio na ye ne ho enkomo
Pacha Metasi, Mr. Speaker, my main fa kwanye wunso na mentia etifo nyina obi a wodi won from na ye mom pese Ghana da bia meka said no creda ho a yen kan sa sene eboa makui ya tumpon minia bisa se obi a oyo konfo obetuma awura police mu akodi police na aya me se aya ye bisa se obi a onye konfo obetuma awura police mu akwada ne konfo ana me se ana ya ye bisa se na police mu no oyo konfo no wo mu a obetuma ya adwuma a obi anche oda me se ebi wo ha ebecho ebi wo so ya nche but ninyi se say in a bomb person police service, Ghana police service. Young bomb person, it's a whole society. Society rules and regulations. A police mra police you at all. And yet idea that we are comfort crown also remwa. Or to bed daddy. Therefore. So on your comfort no ram no dana comfort insider. And now at the lecture. So system and yeah juma let's say utimi ya your comfort what from na wa wuram na ye timi chiu dia ebe kakra no bo say akonfo na mo police mu no o me say police ni ma e be duru me bi no na ma bonti no ko police no bonti anajo na o yima show enso be hu na no ko kuma be to yim no hu na o yima show because the difference between opposition here or your position para any position here o keep to a okokro no e ba sa the police di no e kofom but ma member Dr. George Akuku Adam Parida Abaso na member Puma member Abaso operational unit me bo mu nyina Abaso e juma pa mo ye e bi say menia se onya police ni ba ko o yo kronfo a no hu ye hu sin Robert 10 e bi say titi a wanya no nyema wo kita no authority wo kita tu na wo kita no se odane no ho se oye anroba menia Robert 10 kramba and na se e ba say ye chief police ni ba ko a o de obefi se ba ko pe na ya chi no. But it can be a network, a gang. It can be an organized gang. Service of Uchibako, I saw 2 bosses. Let's come who say, no, me assist, I'm my team. I'm yes, I did. But a banner say Chibako, they did too much. They do be not in kind of Macanoma Coshati. But common doesn't say uniform. Obi or Bissan said, a dear parent of Odi police. Obi was immediate, because the police within 1 year per car. Within 1 year per semester. So what no man to pay to say okita power, okita authority. Now on the side of the bokro no minia ayana eya kumati. So me the chief police now bok no pay. Sometimes near me can say baby obon de ko bia mo pa no ko. But when him say police ones there, they don't have any right in law say obe punish you. Yeah. And intina checks and balances on ochi apa court. O the court. Ebi o wa e very frustrating say obi o wa watching him say we are robber. Not na court ko jina court na technicalities na lawyer can we akasa technicality no be hu ade akwa na ma bontin police ni hu akwa ya say ya yejimago ya brago e basa police for no omuntimi because say akonfo doors wo kuruma police for juma no doors omuntimi nda omuso muntimi je omo home. So sometimes judicial corruption, judicial incompetence and ma frustration by police mo we no mo sha say ya o mo adwin say sa na tie dia. Say the court na nye the yampan court. And no so enye the law must work. So basically the American say near police for mo ye na nsin yayi. Minuanom yembo mabaso. Obi ya ade a yesi nipa ya ade a osaye. Omo ya ade na empatan so a. Yensusun titi omonte. Yensusun tiatia mo because obi anya angel. But ni akoba a ye tan nipa mienu. Say sisia no mo ya Robert ayacho. Mo agree se mo beboa. Minua because for the DC because the operation was intelligence led and the operation was very complex. What meaning only say complex that answer no go. And now kitano and I guide to develop a strategy now they come. So Fana say you the nipa mini coin. And I catch say most of them boy mu dia. Me pacho aha ya mpa handcuffs on tumonsa. But mungina don't make him. Meaning the better operation is say na omo ya so de no mo mekum wo ha you will suspect that ebia omo de mo bakwa mo mekum as police because omo no omo yon kokko from honum it is possible say why you kum say obeboa no but obetima de mo akoso obo obo no ya police ko ni na ho the better ebia I'm just trying to understand because from my background yeah this is an operational strategy you use to say obekwa for boa police to say no it's like plea bargaining me boa mo say na ya mo embre amame. Now, ya caught but hi, Jinaha, don't make a move. Okay. You watch lecture now, ya design operational strategy. It will count. Don't blame anybody. Now, a banner say, if operation is cost. Now, I watch you say, oh no, for most my smart. That's a move on it to Kanawu. But that is not what I'm saying that happened. Basically, what is that? It is a possibility, sir. Or what police in an operation. That one did not create a police. The one who okay. And number 2, me as a professional from my background, unless this is reconstructed, say police will reconstruct this scene. Now, you have a clarity as to whether police will not and answer moyade. But until we have a reconstructed scene, Neobia can be an engineer, but near here, say, opposing your kitty to your unrobber dear. George Akubudampari. Baby also biano. Say a jan order to my pew. Say Makun order shed a bomb no saja. Oh, after Saja to Manapio. Quambi of Sanya nipa epie bako na ya chi police department ma pa from me Peter Lantine to mitawachi.
Okay. Now the point again, no, Ebeye said, everybody saying here, police are a leading police, or police for the arrested or interdicted the police officers are accused to be part of this robbery. Everybody saying here, woman can secure gunshot wounds. By the time I drew police one, not just a woman to me at one and unknown everyone's here. At the end of the basic within a nation, I will keep prime suspect, no. What the ne qua, what in the qua, Wakwa, wouldn't the body mum, Anna, a day abba. A day here.
I'm very convinced that suppose for that mean bomb mama unravel the mystery. Near my chassis, boulevard robbery, the police for me, no among your baby quay. I mean, from currency. Now, we shall from Mamuji. Say, a pastor on my boy police, mama unravel mystery. So, a baby police here. Because the witness will be outside of the assist to investigate the matter. Now the evidence that Basan is 20 grand or what's organized crime. Show me now. At the end of the day, Nipaluku, Ayana, a Bayer police for you because which means you cut short the flow information. You've cut short the possibility of getting more facts to unravel the mystery. The police for you. But as I'm also saying, I'm just telling you as a matter of fact. So a person know I can say. Yes, and I catch the police was a kit more informal police for. Now it was seen her. Maybe on what I said, I will wake out. You didn't see her. Yes. Yeah, quite but your church, which will be a movie. But what dear, but your for question has said. Who movie through her? Because you didn't say to and I said, be here. You didn't know what. So who free her? You are on your own. So, a ban is also a criminal. Now also you are in link with Uncroft Section. Now catch them say my children say Mumbra left too. But no current say meaning say more right. So Mumpa left more ambush on finish on. Now say police for one casa intelligence and Mukita who say no. I didn't the way I see corner there. Left knife with them who you a two or right hand side. Now what done it? Maybe no one casa more providing information to assist the police no. What people be a more one. And you locate yourself in a place, and movie say, how you say. The police will not know, say, what you are as a secured place. Say, a 2 banner count, not count. But what is that? If you decide to help the police, please be honest.
Okay.
Be in the help. Yes, sir. If you are not honest, dishonest, it can turn against you and you can. But, me know what you can say. Until that scene is reconstructed, for us to see them, that your intelligence by the saying, Munim said, the situation is very volatile. The people can be very violent. They are armed. And most of them are very complex. So police, what they don't have any excuse to say they don't understand the situation.
Okay.
But these people, the place is complex, the operation is complex, and it is intelligence led. It means they know that it's complex before they went there. So when they are complex, that you also build strategy to be complex.
Okay.
So there shouldn't be a surprise. They can't be surprised on the scene at all. So what I'm suspecting, from my opinion, is that Nipaya Omukasa Mukaboa police for you. Omukoyi police for on the ground. And at that time, it will be too late for you to make any corrections. Because complex operation, the mistake be not in fact drawing out the two from one.
Okay. Now, my very last one on this. Now, fancy say no akwakobani say the recruitment of people into this. Ekwaya ye fa so fa Ghana for ma wamotimi ekoye procedure juma no. They say how do we modify it? Because criminals so to speak allegedly have access to a year security service, major of which police service then it means that we are not safe as a country. How do we do the issues of recruitment of persons into the service?
It is not a matter specific to Ghana. We are seen by BR. I confront to me from policemen. But near can say you're serious as a nation. Meaning, quite a fast police for Yamma and Rana at the actor say, Yamma and Rana. And then saying, Your criteria outline say, me patch we are gonna be what the 18 years and above, who are good moral character. Yen she won't to muda. Indeed, Bonabia, I police station that. Yeah, way in we are. Which are not pass here. I think they started to get from positive vetting. Positive vetting a background check. Yet me, I'm a police. And me, and me, police. BNI for at that time, they said, no, NIB. Omo come village. Omo come village. Eko who me papa who me mami. Omo come primary school. Omo come middle school. Omo come secondary school. I mean, call and send me just certificate the police. Omo ye when you have a report. Family. Let me we are training coffee. Me papa no or a retired soldier. Nyame pa na crazy. Me papa catch me say, BNI baha. Ebe bisawa. And I expect by be a school. Woman, me ni o papa ni o nua ni. And a course more could be sire, a Subai and I won't bribe and I primary school, middle school, or ye in Naku. The Kaiser Samuel. Me made for best at 3, or you, my dear. Nayan Tiasi. Because your deposit will be a buy, say, oh, powder, a pound or job box, and a power mattress. Now you have got big watch, papa, you watch. Obian Tiasi. Vetting report no by say, we know we are from 4. The police and they dismiss them. And positive vetting is very important. And then, me who near Asadi Yajaye. Says in the hole, but a sack of fire engine. The sack of fire, boy. Apart from that, the movie there are checks and balancing within the police organization. So, share almost service instruction. Service instruction is a police Bible. So, according to service instruction, from pet and Emrayu pet, yeah, service inquiry, IoT. First of all, they are interdicted. And that the never got to service inquiry. Service inquiry, a baby in the name of Miansa. Are you back to home? And I bet you at the Yama Capri. And I bet you at the F3 policeman. Can you say the 2 amount? That's removal. They are 2 to come and you are a policeman. So what about this? Say, Yamrana, a policeman, and also here, Juma. Oh, you're poking no Rama, won't check. My own baby. Police training officers now, instructors, no. Almost in profit. The police training instructor you find in the police depots, they are more than pet. Yet make sure be any man I catch us a won't tell us I do away. Subaya Maya Catri, oh, won't check. Say one woman you bet you at Obaka within 3-4 years, say you were dear. You become young Kuma, as my beton, Obaka. Instructor you can. The instructors at the depot, they see beyond what we think. You have to catch us a wall, but your fans to be woman, but won't check them. Only we are from one of us to police. Now, we are watching say, Honor Pesca. One woman. Second, Edia Obenya, but the betcha, your children, you are doing that second ball. So, what is happening is that you need moral character. You need integrity to be able to serve as a police officer. My age for 25 years. Red pen, call me fast so that. Red pen. I say red pen. They are charging me 25 years distinct. So we are watching say a honor bako pesca there. Minia is not a gold mine. Watchna onimbegwasi. And a police officer who is armed and besides that obey robbery is more dangerous than 10 armed robbers put together. So don't take it for granted. Police those kind of people that have found themselves into the police service. We need to kick them out.
All right. Mamina was say anope na me found see her. Bibia nia. You best answer about champion ya yene wa bidin komo.
Because speaker Nyamen Kaya Medasi. So I'm not going to search anymore.
Medasi Nyamen so encounter. And the Honorable Peter Lanchini Tobu, a member of Parliament, Wa West constituency, and I'm in Eddie and Komono.
$92.9, the mountain of favorite songs. This is 92.9 The Music, more variety. Perfect. 92.9, wake up. 92.9 The...
Solomon Asante, a Deputy Director of Communication Region in the Greater Accra, representing the New Patriotic Party. I don't pay Watson Abraham Amaliba, Haruna Amaliba, fetch me. I do have to confuse me. Haruna Amaliba, a of the NDC's communication team and a member of the NDC, a stalwart member. I don't so acting as representing the NDC. Me and Kasa so media the Kwabi appear to speak. It's a pleasure. ano pempen for me no ana ebeboa ma yedi nkomo ba so mame 0550596929 0550596929 WhatsApp console no number no eno no 0550567929 ene afe wo normal text message no number no eno no fa wo messages ebre so a yebema akwan ama watime abo ede eremo 50 minutes after 10 afe no wa join ene a this is Kessben 92.9 Kessben Kanawu jumedie eso ene mama dwedwe for no ache na minte wa mo intro remarks no for 5 minutes and say na metwa me ho aba mama amaba ache na mema no akwaba as usual always looking smart or the institute in the coat not to so type papa politician or dress ye pa ba ko no amaba ma ache
well to speak I mean I was my main just na minchia ati minchia wono busho for mo yedwuma and apawie minchia okay and then my national chairman the birthday
someone of us one Chairman, how could this escape me?
Chairman, I didn't birthday there. Yeah, my man, joining pim. Na yeah, chairman. Happy birthday.
I see.
Abojuma. At least, blah, will be the chairman near 106 for Parliament. And then what you could do 137. I'm sure there was a Parliament minority leader how Drisu and minority Kosunichidom and the moral supporter, the leadership as the leader of the party from behind the scenes. Mobwa party na ye hold this government with the fire of accountability and also no children na Ghana for a whole toy na because Kayanya na sa kasabre komu de live yaba. Now when him say secret or you live in him say and 1.75 so they come here to know. A 3 points plus, a 3% plus.
And also bad again.
Oh yes, minority the how na do so hints are the won't on. I am mod and now when you pass the pay every government transaction you obey ni levy, obey ni electronic. Oko hospital obey electronic. Utundru hospital pharmacy obey electronic. Everything obey the 2 momo. So in this how you live we know, the biggest scam ever. And my member chairman abaso na me man
na more money the enye force dey be use
say enye force
yes about to me second and ibia so you sumo
Mr. Speaker what hospital ira wo yes be you yere kofi
yeah
na mum so be you yere no wo de ka 2500 kotua o ko so se gizo tua no mum tua fa na ma we so Speaker obetua no wade oyira kofi na so be ja oyire ho akọ
and the ban is hard the abetua but I don't think that we will get to that level say baby
Mr. Speaker for you kuta mo account how do you pay for oyire bills now the oyire no ba kofi Indiano mobile money be optional
yeah
be mandatory whether you like it or not you will do it okoye obese ma obana ya wo no hospital okoye obese na ban say etua fafa mu kedo furiata when you tua above 200 the pay with the 1.75 yeah more than that no akiki and it is a whole orchestrated cyber crime in a binary person or perpetrated on the people of Ghana and they want to commend the minority for their steadfastness and one more resilience to stand by the people. This is what happens when you have an effective leadership of an opposition party that makes sure say their binary bayano will be to the convenience and the comfort of the citizens, but not to a privileged few top them. So, the Speaker, but I was speaking to my queen and I'm wishing party for happy birthday.
May I say, Amalaba, it's a happy birthday to Channel for Suampa for Chairman Yame Enshaw. Na when you can see a pa, 1 2 quandem, woman, Genia, Wadin, na 1 fandom, and so to me, boa, of my Ghana. Solo, Martin.
Ja, Mr. Speaker. Eja na domone mompai bo, Mr. Speaker. Meso nchi ake siye koma wapamfa oni omuye juma eye of Richard ne nyu ma oni omuye juma ofiase. Na ye tiefo ne yahwefo eno pa wie. Amade ba so me ma na achi. Yeche. Bacho me dia me pese me kan anopa ni se. Mesre se Nyankopon ebe ka timemufo akoma no mwenya ne ntiase preko pe ese sebi amambuo no eye timamufuo ene beso mu aboa amayetimi ebu oman no emwa no e was so ways eba no, but the ultimate of it ni say my entrance info do as na mum yen get involved na bibiara sebi omukura oman no ebeche so yen so mu ne yenye na we beboa amayetimi akọ yenimu no ni etimi asomu mesanso ho esre se nyankopon sanso emfa nyansa sronko endum yempenifo a da oman na no na tembia adwen ebeba ai de bebu oman ebema oman no enya kọ no etimi abanesa amayen na sisi a ompenifra frese sebi yenyina yensom ma yenye spectators yenye no, this is the second calling si yenyina yensom na yemboa ni oman no enye yie ni nyina kosi se bi yilevi e dia beyi enye ne kwa nemum ye kire bibi se fie na ye womu sua na ye womu no edum pempenso e wo so bia ye wonsom bia de ne wo gye mu ti no ye entrance ma enipa 7.8% ene betwa to e dia hwe anade abo oma nemum the majority na ye 92 plus no 0.2 no wo mososo yen fa kwa bi no mu nyina meka bi ni entitima mufuo e motisi ye de 11 ne ba enye hwio na mo yes obi anfa ne ho gimu bi ni emboa kakra obi antwe bi kakra ne emfa nhwe no emfa mbo oman no akohoma nse daachi bi oman ne yi a eye mamme ene wo nyina ene na yempenifo edi kan from am penifo mo no mo to patriotic songs no otiom patriotic songs ni nyina eye call no mo say oman be ye a efri yenera obi so answer oman be ye ya nefi mini wo oman be ye. This is the time I was a team man for you say oman ye yo any kind call ejina me ene woso.
Solomon Asante Meda say but you stay with me me ntwa me ho tia wa emra me koba ye beto so enkomo sisi a meba
92.9 the my favorite songs. This is 92.9 the more music, more variety. Perfect. 92.9 wake up. 92.9 the
as to whether a person presiding as speaker consistent with Article 102 of the 1992 Constitution, which provides for the quorum, and Article 104 can exercise a vote whilst presiding. Our attention has been drawn to a very disappointing ruling of the Supreme Court of Ghana, with more or less amounts to a judicial interference in time-tested parliamentary practice and established convention everywhere in the world. In civilized democracies, including the United States, the presiding officers voted. So it's not for nothing that Article 102 provides that a person presiding shall have no original nor custom vote. The Supreme Court, to put it aptly, this ruling is judicial support for e-levy, nothing more. Judicial support for e-levy, for a struggling economy in distress, and judicial support for the restoration of a matter that they have said is constitutional. It's repugnant to the provisions of Article 102 and 104. But what can we do? They are clothed with the mandate and authority to interpret the law. This is a travesty. This is a travesty of parliamentary justice and a step in the growth and development of multi-party constitutional democracy built on the spirit and principle of checks and balances. Is it not intriguing for us to hear, whilst we await the full reasoning of the Supreme Court, to hear them that, I'm quoting from one of the justices, that the quorum in Article 1 is not the same thing as the quorum in Article 104. That is the ruling. But we know that for quorum, Article 102 is authoritative on the composition of.
It is only 11 o'clock on the dot. Higher Kessben FM 92.9. Many the Kwame appear could be. Medase Shano Pay what join here. Kessben Kanawu Jumba DSO in the we say good morning, Mr. Speaker, and Nana performance as a president is very slow. I'm Ajano 1, Kwabenya, Ajano 1 Medase, and it will message Adi Free Kwabenya Ediba. Ways is Akwasi from Gumwankran. Ghanaians have trust in Nana Danko Akufo-Addo's led government. 5 years of unprecedented economic hardships and full of corruption and injustices. This is John Mahama is the only hope Ghanaians have now to deliver them from the poor mismanagement of the NPP government. God save Anna Wode Abba. Akwasi. Medase any wo message would abba. Mame Enkinkai way please tell the NDC man that Ghana is rather a net importer of oil, not a net exporter of oil. Yaw ewo techiman ano ede abba. Eti Medase any wo messages no na me ba ma radio for sia na yeti me any wo mo ashe enkomodie no ase.
Osenka Fosse, Bia one Edia one emre, Piano no also one emre, na Sabia.
What power?
My microphone in my winning kakra.
Party what power?
Emma Remy spices in Pemucha.
Party and Kewo position. Hifan and Kawasa Miko joining. Obviously, such engagement will come with terms and conditions.
Yeah.
Because Ghana has now been your appointment, I was a national security minister profile. And if said that ministry no whole reach out to you, and I don't want to put details of such engagement on me now phone so out, but he made an attempt. Say, look, yes, so near my go and who she. But I told myself, say, look, regardless of the fact, say MPP who are buying me get to now me call back and make me a possible appointment. I am not just interested because I will be able to call by an assumed into the element of hunger and greed near the adena any bribe any ho. NDC and a woman. It's a party in opposition, struggling to raise money. Yenko baby cranko man koji is coming from beholder. And it is not about any brain comment, it's about the fact that I've seen an alternative beer and yet discriminatory. And now I can say near my different people mammy can and I buy a year mono. I'll come back to Ghana at 65. By Sebitma assess Ghana at 65. I will say assess a certain political tradition beer or mono. And that tradition is the UGCC UP Dankwa Buzia Dombo tradition. It is a tradition be our own. Omu fili se Ghana no se anyo mo enyo bia. Omu fili se unfro masia. You don't deserve to lead the country. And the nam so anes so ko omu party mu to ne se kantwe ne mabo. Now, the coffee the way soon a year. At you is on Munya, me pass or motobo am I from because or motobo
yeah, before there are 2 offices in which
that is the traditional womb. Ghana 65 for me as a person, no, me believe you said Yayibi. Ghana and team fan home compare US UK at a go.
Yeah.
So clearly after 65, no, Diana Nanke was it me achieve or Yendru Hoye. And aha. All the 65 years of independence, I'll single out some leadership. Now my comment there. One, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Take it or leave it, he's the father of the country. Obina cancer so papa mobra and I'll auto for fee. So papa mobra and I'll cost for a dress you a cocotna. And there are some people in this country, or more said deep in their heart, papa contribute to food, but at all they want to bring them to history. And the Kwame Nkrumah remains the doyen, the founder of Ghana. Others can claim it on paper, But deep in their heart, they were fighting against independence in 1957. And we know them. We know them by their history. And in Nkrumah independence, and Nkrumah had a 7-year development plan. In that 7-year development plan, now the focus say you must embark on radical industrialization and indigenous education. And in Nkrumah said the black man is capable of managing affairs. Kwame Nkrumah is unprecedented. And in fact, at the time of Kwame Nkrumah a certain party tradition called the EP tradition, they wrote a letter to the World Bank telling them, they look, is not a priority project. Imagine Ghana today without Akosombo Dam. So clearly, for me, Nkrumah deserve all the praise. But then, of course, I will not sit here and say Nkrumah was perfect. Obi Bia also here very honest and objective, He has certain excesses. For example, the Preventive Detentive Act of PDA of 1958 for me was uncalled for. And there were some excesses on the part of Nkrumah Fabim Namene Nyadwin. But way beyond that, among all the leaders, Obi Bia ni wa or sister no papa kra no chief justice Obi Tuma Ben Kwame Nkrumah. It's not possible. We Nkrumah we are, I'll give it to Kutu Champon. This was a military leader. Or trust Obe for me Unigolf in 1977. People fought against it, including Nanado and Kasankaso or Tisu, no Kahubi. Movement for Social Forum and whatever, no count on the Kwesi Praton. They fought no tool and bull against it. Say Unigolf was needed at that time. But I will share Operation Feed Yourself, Kutu a champion, Operation Yentri or the Baya, a boa mine. After Kutu a champion, I will move on to Buzia. Buzia and the concept back when I'm managing local governance. And a lot of forest be bar, ye are going to mu did the article Ghana no Buzia and the buy. From Buzia, I'll jump on to Rollins.
Oh, at the amount. And baby, I will be no across the country. When you are more any answer was so one more ebeboa pa. One more numbers no is 0209 136733 0209 1763 Now when the ultimate for any answer was so mamema Amaleba akwenya no na memra ne so na mentie no anopay ne so ana mehyasie ede afri Amaleba mami entil on the issue of Supreme Court ruling and the disagreement and matters arising na mentio the first deputy speaker of parliament or any other deputy when presiding can have a casting vote and can be counted to form part of the quorum, and that is according to the 7-member panel. Wamotna Assembly so ewo Supreme Court. Mamintio.
Yo, Mr. Speaker, with us, Mamin Chia, Bium Chia, 84. Well, first of all, Social Article 130, Clause 1, Paragraph A and B of the Constitution 1992. I kind of prefer say the power to interpret and enforce the Constitution is an exclusive jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. If you look at the higher court of judicature, you're the highest court and then the lower court. So among the 3 higher court, which is the appeals, which is the High Court, Appeals Court, and the Supreme Court, it is only the apex court, which is the Supreme Court, and the final authority of the judicial powers of the land. Therefore, and unkwane the tumia, and unkwane court will to me say ebe interpret the Constitution. So, when the issue of whether or not a deputy speaker, when presiding, can vote, the matter, I think the application was sent to the court by Richard Elaskai, if my memory serves me right, seeking the court to interpret Article 102 and 104 separately and determined their constitutional effect on the activities on Parliament. And Tienra and a court the ruling by you, the Speaker. Makano has said the powers. Is it okay?
Yes.
What you mean, good. Having said that, the powers to interpret the Constitution being the exclusive jurisdiction of the court, we need to also know, say, so court no interpret the Constitution, it must ensure that all mischief and absurdities are cured. Because the court no the interpretation about the Constitution Now that interpretation, no, it creates some level of absurdity. It becomes problematic to enforcing that interpretation now. Court number. Now, what are the issue in contention here? The issue, no, so share Article 102 now. The Constitution, with your kind permission, I mean, reflect it. I mean, read on. I say, a quorum of Parliament, apart from the person presiding, this is a grammar. Any cumbersome technicalities. The quorum of Parliament, apart from the person presiding, shall be 1/3 of the members of Parliament. A quorum of Parliament. Now, Parliament ebeshemua. Now say, looking at the current composition, no, 250, 275 CFP divided by 3, is it 97 or 98 or so? Now say, Parliament ebeshem on the started proceedings of the day to conduct parliamentary business. Was say timia 3 out of the total number, no, amanetinem. Sa quorum na Parliament be form no nipa na wote ho no a or preside no entimi kan ho enka ho enti o hwe Article 102 na say the quorum of Parliament no exclude the person presiding. Why did the framers of the Constitution use the word the person presiding? No one said always the speaker must preside over parliamentary business. Okay. So to my understanding, omo use the word the person no because a possible say Parliament ebeshemua speaker ebianu ni ho. But my boss say 2 deputy speakers no so muni ho. Na so muni ho a oyent mi ka say speaker ni ho, deputies ni ho nti ene no parliament. Parliamentary business must continue. That's a parliamentary business better also there. Then among the MPs they can elect one to preside. We are MP all right. But moment you be elected so as a speaker no whether or not you can vote or you can't vote. Now, your function you say speaker is not a member of Parliament. Article 57, 58, 1 no, I think the one a kind of paper say so here the hierarchy of leadership in the country, the hierarchy of persons of authority in the country. We president if you are vice president never. No speaker of Parliament and Sana, the Chief Justice according to the descendant order from the presidency or from the president. So, Speaker of Parliament, we are MP. You so a speaker, but you cease to be an MP. Because also sit never vacant. No you need power for a show name. But the bad deputy speakers now, Constitution is ye 2. At 2 no you form within the same political party. They come from different political parties. So 4 parties crown our Parliament. Only 2. The meeting may use deputy speaker speakers no and free. Only 2 parties. Now we have the deputy 2 speakers plus the speaker, and these are persons who preside over parliamentary business. And in their absence, someone can be elected among the MPs to preside. Now, Constitution says only Parliament only the writings, only the casting vote. And of course, Article 1042 is very clear, saying the speaker shall have neither an original nor casting vote. The speaker. In fact, in Article 102,
where the speaker means who?
I am coming there. I am building a point. Article 102, I can say the person presiding. Good. And then, Osha 1 say the speaker shall preside in Parliament at all sittings. The speaker shall preside in Parliament in all sittings, and in his absence, a deputy speaker shall preside. And then, over 2 or the 4-2 now, or say the speaker shall have neither original nor casting vote, which means that it is the same speaker as indicated by Article 101. No, that is the person in reference, because Speaker of Parliament and how do you call it, a member of parliament.
Yeah.
It is a parliament head to a bar, speaker and to be. There is no doubt at all about that. So, and now Osabe Kano close to say or the same, how do you call it? Article 102 say the quorum apart from the person presiding. Now, parliament away. Omode wuma kesi mienu ena a govern parliament and parliamentary business. And parliament etnasia, the first document is the constitution. The constitution regulates parliamentary proceedings, and in addition to the constitution, the standing orders of the house, which I have seen you having a copy here.
Yeah.
So part 17, voting in the house.
Standing orders now.
Standing orders now. Order 109 3 are very clear on this matter. Although the constitution is saying speaker on twaba. So speaker on twaba. But order 102 no can pay say. Order 1093 say a deputy speaker or any member presiding shall not retain his original vote whilst presiding.
Yes, and to that aspect, and justices, Aka Charles, it's in contradiction, and then it is inconsistent with provisions of the law. And for that matter, it has to be struck out, especially with the clause 3, the 3, or the 1093.
But Speaker,
yes,
you know that when chairman of committees preside over proceedings of their committees, they don't vote.
Yes.
Told him, sir, in Parliament. It's a parliamentary committee preside over, sit over an issue.
They don't vote until say two sides I have a tie.
Very well, but the point here is that they don't vote. The chairman don't vote on the issue. Before he vote, there's maybe exceptional circumstances must arise to warrant the chairman voting. But ideally, the chairman don't vote. You get me? Now, this is the interpretation that have been provided. But don't forget that there is a reason which I believe that the framers of the constitution provide this that when the person preside over proceedings of the house, that person cannot vote. Yesterday, after the ruling, the honorable minority leader raised a very cardinal issue. And indeed, Matisawa Bon Odionowaha several times before even the commencement of this show. And other platforms has played it. Nyentia Mekan said, the ruling by the court give rise to some level of absurdity. Aya someone, honorable minority leader Haruna Idrisu, Ekan and Rano. What is that? Mr. Speaker, imagine say, speaker anyhow. First or second deputy speaker, so anyhow. Abeka one deputy speakers. Or one deputy speakers in back home. Now, in the course of proceedings, now we are told a deputy speaker can vote. In the course of proceedings, the deputy speaker or presiding over the business of the house, say, me person me call to abanti. I have to leave my seat vacant to walk out to go and vote. So now at that material time,
this is the rationale.
There will be no one presiding over the Parliament of Ghana.
Okay, and the rationale is so near. Ura chairman Sabon, so no a year majority leader no aka. Eddie also say at the time our deputy speakers no preside no. We don't call them the speaker. It is basically called Mr. Speaker. And then we can also say, he said, the deputy speakers work for and on behalf of the speaker. And see, at that particular moment, and as much as all preside, technically, you cannot say, well, no more to abide, say, when you speaker.
But you see the logical inconsistency sometimes in the camp of the MPP, particularly Honorable Chairman Sabonshu. This Sankrofwe, so now they have agreed, they have come to a recognition that the deputy speaker is subservient to the speaker or is subordinate to the speaker. That's why you're subordinate to the speaker there. He can have the temerity and he can have the obscene effrontery to sit as a speaker and change rulings or amend rulings as speaker or overrule the ruling by the speaker. You remember Abraham Kotu about the budget, but you remember it?
Yes.
And they started walk out. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Bagbin presided over the House and rejected the budget. They came to Parliament the following sitting. Joe Wise sat in and supervised a House that overturned the ruling by the Speaker in the previous sitting. Meanwhile, we are being told that we are subservient to the Speaker. When the Speaker came back, he allowed the decision to stand. He has done that subsequently again. That caused the Speaker to re-echo the position of adoptee earlier and question the penchant attitude of the Deputy Speaker Joe Wise to be constantly engaged in the business of overturning his rulings. Mr. Speaker, you see, to me, my challenge is that as a minor, you're very careful.
Okay.
Because decisions the Supreme Court may take binds all the lower court. And the Supreme Court not making mistake, that mistake will stay until another Supreme Court overturn that ruling, it will or review that ruling, it stands.
Okay.
But don't forget that but Sekoban say this is how we are going to run our democracy. Where are we going to land this vehicle called democracy we have adopted?
I say my member solo so that I mean also for 15 minutes. My main kind message way from PY Jantua is watching us. Was a great show. Mr. Speaker, keep it up. Michael Ajando said, good morning. Watching you live from Kabenya. Ghanaians will never accept Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo's E-Levy. Greetings to Haruna Amaliba and Maji Jebro, incoming national organizer of the New Patriotic of the National Democratic Congress. Fachemi. Better say any message, good morning to you. What are joining you beyond and Yami ain't shout. So look, my mean tell, bra, what's this?
Better see, Mr. Speaker. I am going to say, Mr. Speaker. Amalibatimi comes, Mr. Speaker. 1 year without any recourse to you, say, Mr. Speaker. Wait there,
more question on that 1 0.
Well, again, all the mistake there, Bano. Yes, in fact, we are seeing a war, Bibia, two sides, and you need and you way and quite your by a bema. That's what I didn't ever. Well, and who said decision be better, and I say be better. Definitely, you have two sides of it.
A feelings.
Yes. Obako feels say okay. Obako feels Debbie. I hope you understand. So decision better. Sanka the other way around that. You position currently minority in Kremono, you may find the majority in that. What am I saying? But one thing we should know, say, no, can't be or status of a kind of constitution, or say a grammar or a grammar. Mr. Speaker, with all due respect, I'm what he says a law and your grammar. A law and your grammar. In the law, no, now in the constitution, no, the supreme law of the land, and that's 1992 constitution. No, Article 94 or you explicit or you use the word the speaker. Referring to the speaker. Uba 95 or that's 94. I'll say the speaker. Uba 96. I'll say deputy speaker. And you know, who see the two no or yes specific as to the all partially. Now, yanko Article 102 no. Article 102 no dey can sure quorum ye can. So far two instances, two different quorums and ye can wasem. Two different quorum na ye can wasem. Back on Article 102 no, I can about quorum. You need 1/3 of all the members of Parliament, which is 92, to form. And sana parliamentary business, I should say, ne parliamentary abedu as Mr. Speaker, no two way. Mr. Speaker, answer ne Parliament ejuma betimi akoso no. Just say out of NIPA 275, just say you move 1/3, 92, and a titi ho. Answer no wetimi ashe ejumedie no ase for the day. See, intimi for mo sa quorum na. unhu kwan emrane ma ho kwan se obehye sa ene edwumedie na ase ene ya nya nipa 92 ni dia na ene no ye transfer akopin some time ene wo se yetu sitting no ekoshe da foforo ye betimi afom korum na etimi aye adidwuma ama oman no sana aye ne ka na eye hono na o kire se or refer say a quorum of parliament apart from the person presiding.
Yes.
Speaker Ahano obi beka say ambiguous. Ambiguous. Sometimes you have to go into the framers of the constitution. What were they thinking? What were they looking at? And only what went on, Sebi, the courts, and ran taking decision now, what is it? Or see, the one presiding can be the speaker. The one presiding can be a deputy speaker. The one presiding say in case ebi omunyina obi enoketimi etu ema obi efimu ebetena ebe preside.
Yes.
What me I say? You should the one presiding and only a general, any person at all who finds himself sitting on the chair, I'll be presiding. Or presiding as a speaker. No, that day, no. Or no, na ye can assemble and the one presiding. Well, a honor say, and also na say the one presiding, a person presiding, and only for the quorum for the business of the day to commence, and we a first quorum. Now the second quorum, Article 104, and also say, also except otherwise provided in this constitution, not in any other legislation, in this constitution, matters in parliament shall be determined by the votes of the majority of members present and voting, with at least half of all members of parliament present. Quorum na yehwehwe say nipa 275 say nyemu hamu nchemu bienu 50%. And that will give us the 138 So now say when or see and also it happens that when there's a matter to be determined. And then in your column say you say ya business as you.
Two things at a time. Article 102 now what kind okay, except the person presiding.
Honey 104.
That be 102. A quorum of parliament, apart from the person presiding, shall be 1/3 of all members of parliament. Article 102. Okay. Now, question I'm a person may be sound. At the time, Anipa no air presiding, okay? Supreme Court says, say, whoever that is presiding, providing so a member of parliament, can count himself to form a quorum.
Yes. That is why I didn't want you to cut me there.
And it is in contradiction to this provision, right?
No. That on me see a quorum here. Edi ayeden edi ashe business parliamentary business ase and yet quorum here edi determine a matter before the
ma 104 ne so
thank you
102 this one and I say and some na court believes na was seeking
or seeking interpretation of 102 and 104
good relief
amongst the reliefs
now the relief by the Supreme Court is saying that apart from the person presiding okay taking part of voting and any different that is the decision making aspect okay of which one more standing orders in 109 prohibits but now even with quorum for commencement of business
good
we know article 102 does not include nipa or presiding, but Supreme Court is telling us that providing the person is a member of parliament now he can be part of the quorum for the commencement of business. And son Waba 104.
Don't get yourself confused, Mr. Speaker.
I'm not getting confused.
All right, I didn't say you person your formal quorum, you share meeting ase. You share business of the day, you share parliamentary business ase. Now sa quorum ye kind that 1/3 now. Wona wuti egwem no, sa 192 na ye kan no. Wono ye nkan won ka ho. It's just for a matter of getting the quorum.
That is according to 102.
102.
The American won't say masie. And I make sure say 102 no endra. Supreme Court rule say say Joseph for say wusu eba parliament Now, Yemfani say NPP members of parliament, 92 they represent 1/3 of the total number of members in the house. Okay.
Sir, 92. No.
The Supreme Court is saying now Joseph Osei can be part. Says Joseph Osei preside there and go in with 191. 191 cannot form a court because of 190.
Sure.
But now Supreme Court is saying, so far as a member of parliament, he can count himself for business to begin. That is 190. So it means that automatically there is a lot of confusion with even the provision of 102. And so now 104 now, a bit more decision making.
Maybe point. Maybe point I may allow me to be my point. Maybe point I may say. Maybe point is on quorum. And I may say there were 2 instances. Quorum asema kawaha. Baku is cited in 102 and a Baku is prescribed in 104. Article 104 of the 1992 Constitution. And I'm actually the first one, that quorum is needed for parliamentary business to start. One quorum. Another quorum is here 2 tests of the number of the entire membership of parliament to make a decision or make a determination on a matter on the floor of the house. Now, Asema Yeka Wasemuyi, I the court was on a determination of a matter as to whether or not to pass the budget or that sort of. It was a matter that fly beka. The first quorum the first quorum yemba. Second quorum na ye here they determine asem na no the controversy nyina aban. Eno na ye ade a ye ba beka ho asem. It is a second quorum 104 kire say ye here 2/3 of the entire membership of the house to do this. Now, yayeni enya 2/3. And 2, except otherwise provided in this constitution, matters in parliament shall be determined by the votes of the majority of members present and voting, with at least half of all members of parliament present. So we Uko 2 now see the speaker shall have neither an original nor casting vote. What distinction between or you're very explicit from the one from 95, 96 speaker or deputy speaker. Hano or see speaker. One say deputy speaker. One say a honey no. Enti na minya na mara kasa adeni ya grammar. Yeah, fa hu say adeni ya brofo enye twi ni atro no, but emra asem ne yeka. But uko order 1093 na. Eno no so kire BBR chese anyway no ennam obi kan say eni ni bo ebra. But ono so kire say order 103 or 109 no see a deputy speaker or any other member presiding shall not retain his original vote while presiding. Na hono legislation the legislature omo standing orders omo di omo business. Na no na ye kire say there is no other law, no other legislation above the supreme law the constitution. It is the constitution canon. And no na sebi court no say odi ye juma. Na court we shouldn't forget say the court also has the power to strike out legislation. Article 1-2. The Supreme Court has the power to strike out legislation. Until striking out court, the power given to the Supreme Court by the Constitution. And Article 1-2 this Constitution shall be the supreme law of Ghana, and any other law found to be inconsistent with any provision of this Constitution shall, to the extent of the inconsistency, be void. In the wisdom of the Supreme Court, their course, or part say, the Constitution 1990 Constitution, the 102, the 104, that's the provisions within the Constitution 1992. Or see, shall be the supreme law of the Ghana, and then the supreme. And maybe anywhere, and any other law found to be inconsistent. Now, or refer to 1093. Said standing orders, parliament, standing orders, almost business. And not just say, and maybe anywhere so the 1992 Constitution of Ghana. It's maybe a yɛbɛhu sɛ ne nsɛm bi a ɔka nneɛma bi a ɔkyerɛ mmerɛ bi a ɔde to dwa mu no saa mmara no ɛne deɛ yɛakyerɛ wɔ constitution any part of any provision of this constitution ɛbɛbɔ ebira no then that to the extent of its inconsistency no that mmara no is void ɛno na nnura yɛ striking it out no.
na wo si fam ama me.
ɛni ti no na wɔ si yɛn nuanom ɛte aseɛ sɛ mmara ɛna yɛde ibu ɔman no mmara no nso no yɛn nyinaa yɛn nim sɛ supreme court no onu kura tumi sɛ obetumi strike out legislation yɛn nyinaa yɛn nim sɛ ɛyɛ order 1093 no ɛyɛ legislation bi a ɛda hɔ a yɛ standing order yɛ mmarahyɛbadwamfoɔ ɔmo di ɛyɛ ɔmo business ɔmo de hwɛ so ɛde yɛ ɔmo nneɛma wɔ efie hɔ ɛna yɛn nim sɛ ɛsan sɛ the constitution yɛ supreme than this no the provisions of 102 and 104 no yɛ supreme than the order 1093 nti sɛ supreme court egyina hɔ ɛnura aka sɛ they are striking it out because it is found to be inconsistent with those provisions articles 102 and articles 104 na ni kwem na mo be ka say grammar na I think say ye be di grammar chi a ye nya ade ni eyie.
Okay, bedas solo but when kind messages ni bia aba Mr. Speaker, good morning to you. I'm Ben from Kwabenya. It's really sad our judiciary are setting a precedent that will in their own generation to come doesn't mean under the watch of incompetent and liability President Akufo-Addo and CJ Enim Yabua, everything is possible. No wonder the same judiciary described birth certificates irrelevant and can't even prove one nationality. I know this judgment by the Supreme Court 7 SC7 will not stand the test of time, and Ghana is dying slowly. Reckless few people are causing our nation. Anna Ibn Kabenya wode Abba Meda say any message, you know. With good morning, Mr. Speaker. We the people of Wasa and Memphis gladly disagrees with some of the rulings of the Supreme Court. Abraham Bawa, Eddie Free, Wase Japa, Anna Eddie Eba. Good morning, Mr. Speaker. Please do parliamentarians pay tax? Because see, Edway every Tabora, Anna Eddie Eba. Because see, episode finding out, say members of parliament, you know. I say I didn't know homeboy can talk like this, but he is actually saying the truth. God bless him. And I would buy. But I say any message, you know. We say good morning, Mr. Speaker. Indeed, you are not being fair to the NDC man at all. Why can't you let the NPP man keep quiet? Oh, I think it will be a yes. But I say. Those are a couple of messages I would have. I remember Malaba so not mean tea and BM and sign a yaba a homani swab.
Solontias, you say, when we talk about the interpretation of the law, like I indicated earlier, an exclusive president for the Supreme Court. I did not dwell on grammar. In fact, Osha constitution I brought for natural and I brought for also a grammar. The rules of English language is the grammar and the grammatical construction of the language is all we follow before you can bring in those legal technicalities and all of that. But until Sadi we are seeing, no one is denying the right to vote by the deputy speakers. No one is denying that. Every speaker, everyone parliament, no. The deputy speakers are MPs. I believe that in the framers of the constitution, in the minds of the framers of the constitution, no, they had a very clear reason. And that reason was not included the reason to incorporate an absurdity into the constitutional construction by virtue of stating that deputy speakers of parliament shall be from among the MPs. Speaker, they only on 12 banibi. Inti abana about 12. Nidi the mamukra because originally speaker is not part of the MPs. On now can the 12. That rule where about that ruling contradict Article 102. Because if you are to vote, you must count yourself as part of the quorum. You must count yourself as part of the quorum before you can vote in the proceedings. And the deputy speakers, they vote. No two ways, no doubt at all about that. See about also the standing orders, are inconsistent. I don't see where that inconsistency is coming from, because this matter has been settled by the same Supreme Court in the case of Tufo versus Attorney General, where the Supreme Court explicitly or expressly indicated that Parliament is a master of their own rules. You get me? Good. So we are talking about the situation that for instance, Joe Ousu, MP for Bekwai, says Speaker Bagman etia kunyaso na what na kunyamua. Any member will not refer to him as a deputy speaker. You get me?
Yeah.
So addressing her or can seminar per se or address her issue before the house. So seeking the audience from the speaker, the other can say, my honorable colleague Joe Ousu says so and so. But all can say my honorable colleague can say the minority, the deputy speaker. No. But moment of bet he is being addressed as a speaker at the time. Now, do you vote? According to parliamentary own procedure, in fact, this is the convention and practices across all well-established and civilized democracies around the world, including US, and UK, France, and others. This is what they do. That is why the ruling yesterday by the court present that level of absurdity we are talking about. But you see, Mr. Speaker, I am worried.
About what?
About the predictability of the judiciary nowadays. It appears that Assembly Beko judiciary name bordering on constitutional or political issues, definitely Omampine Kufuado and his Attorney General and others will have their way.
For what reason?
Yes, I don't know. There was a high court. I am ruling say, looking at the circumstances under which Central Kofi, Nolobi, Apafu, and Likwefo was denied their right to elect an MP, Honorable Peter John Amewu cannot carry himself as an MP. The matter was brought to the Supreme Court. It was quashed right away, without recourse to the right of the people. At the same time, I brought court no Emma rulings to favor John Peter Mewunu. The court were giving rulings. The High Court of Cape Coast gave a ruling that would deny NDC side of getting an MP to Parliament, who was duly elected by his own people.
Okay.
And Texas have referred to the birth certificate that the court can give a ruling say, oh, you're Ghana, I want to mean for birth certificate, and for just Ghana. And this ruling came from a Supreme Court of the land. I am very worried. But the future will tell.
May I say, member solution I'm I'm faster than be Kessben University College, but you want certificate programs in media and communication studies. And you say, oh, you're broadcast news analyst, voiceover artist, and pacho, and pay baby as I saw do any channel, Kessben University College. One more degree programs in communication and media studies as well. For one more, it was 0501 637383. So now when you are more any answer was so Kessben Travel and Tours. I mean, can't you say ban of flight bookings, or common and hotel reservations in Yano, what is show Munsa, one will be doing Juma at the Ama documentation. A bit to me abo more to me apply for visa and Pachano pay when Kessben Travel and Tours in the home Comodrum, Kumase, baby, I will be an Aseda house, Ukoha will be who am with Room Central, so multi credit building Nemo, and I face Swami magazine, multi credit building Nemo Marco, traffic light no Asiewa, will be who am 0596 102667. Now, when a year Kessben Travel and Tour any in common opposing in a drone in here in Bustaba Mr. Mpacho ye di aba malaria ana asha wo so liver any kidney problems nyina no wono nom imbooster ebeboa ebehye ni nyina no away pressure wo so stroke waist pains fatigue wo ye adwuma kakra bia no abre na wo te yaw Mpacho imbooster ba Mr. Ba say ebedi wa kejina mu aboa wo ye pa Calamed Pharmacy ewo low cost ewo Boku Road won sabekabi na wetimi anonombe na anopay woni omo any answer wo so pen dodo mu etu 0246 208496 0246 208496 na woni eye imbooster ba mixture for any answer wo so mame emfa calls no na time ebeka no memra solo so na mintie wono so na yenko yenim 0550922929 0552911929 na yemfa wo calls no first caller ewo ahoma so hello good morning.
Good morning. Honorable Speaker.
Yes, sir. But you didn't baby Akasefri.
But from a bright because I'm Frabo so kind.
Bright, I'm into Frabo so kind.
Yes, I'm married by Yankopo and Shrano Nankamo. Namely, see a chama bakupe, chama for some people. Happy birthday, Yankopo Mana on the no money quantity, and the more my Ghana and the end this party. Chair, Omaya, tomorrow, the best player, judges. Baby, no kweda no omufa no kwento. Object is you and omukatra Ghana for the year best na ya wuye ye kita best no enu interest we Ghana ni emo mo tuguye. Defia almetereta mo da best tekie. Afena mu be hu se mu be botamra na etuegu ade.
Right, and to us. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, I'm Patroni baby Akasefri.
Mr. Speaker, Patroni Kitua Ikuni Asamenkese.
Iko Maminto Frasamanke.
Nakupo Shira, Mr. Speaker, and I'm Chami Bracken in this Nakupo Shira the bar. Obama Kosuke, communication director Benjamin Yamo Michiano, Nakupo Shira, Nejuma, Obama NDC partner. Mr. Speaker, Osha some about Ghana and Osha and the Supreme Court in September by a ruling out in Ebale. And said amount for another Timamu 40 as I said. And yet we and Ebema Timamu 4 another in this problem made the baby. Because you have said the way I on my Ghana and Talco in many years. As my and if a company say maybe before and it said, or maybe my one dama because of the entire one, the move up to Tom to Abraham when I went a Yamuda. One time, Christian go out my day.
Say off front to us. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker. Now, it's on a pay.
Eben Cabinet, Mehoya Bonitoni and Co.
Medasi. Amembo, Amalibaba, so, oh, studio. Now, Mr. Speaker.
Eben already on my feedback. Why?
Member on crowd.
Mamintio.
Na minchia Joashama and Amadi Jipri. Joashama, deputy communication. Now, with Mr. Speaker, Mimbisa said, we Supreme Court justices say, ya, no more mayor, no more money can quana. Because of illegality, Niana Dolina, Namemo Pebia, and far more manner. I'm sure be you. Because I might move the brain, GDI or judiciary, echo, Nimian crap one can done a judiciary enton. Because the key to this kind of what, judgment, and the Supreme Court justice did my because when you the final habitat. Now look at every case. I just said, meaning case Nanado Bass or the Aqua, wedding Gugoda. Case be a case another dinku. Well, just judges na pandemon. Nipa six in Conrad ne appointium. The last person was appointed by what? Ex-President Kufo. Yen should be an area and then or China Swaba.
I say, Eben of front and to us. Hello, good morning.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes, sir. But you didn't baby Akasefri, nobody tell.
Me paucho your friend Abolo, the fresh alaju, obet me a friend Mr. Common Sense.
Common sense,
on my near the common sense and Ebenanti. Mr. Speaker, I say much Pluko every year, no, I assentate here. Yen in a constitution, you see, say, Deputy Speaker Copisadia, Olusuni, original vote, Neboa. And when I see a church, and I'm paying for what enough to say you will be a lose the original captive vote no church on to Aba. Say the common sense, because you go to Aba, the same birth certificate here.
Hello. Common sense, me that say Wahomano and Yamwa. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, sir.
I'm one if you me previous amangasi.
I'm one if you tell me chewe.
Yo, Mr. Speaker, boy, mapa na mi shrao, na mi chame MPP ni no. Semna waka na wuznya 11 no the Supreme Court say you better transfer as penny ewo parliament. Obetumi atu bidia. Omo yin tu na emwa yin na ma nye ya na me say me beto bisa NDC ni say so mo ba bekem ana omo ba bekem ana good came campaign for your police station election na ye no Mr. Speaker your police station election we there e bi sida na enya kura be bia ni we hodo ya hakura no e hanyu if you fani for the better vacate ni dia say na MPs ni bi ye no mo nkasa yes said ya sembe my medasi
amani medasi of front to asomechi asaman Kessben nyina. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, sir. Pacho di ni baby.
Pacho FM Ben with favorite Kaswa.
Ben Kaswa mamintie we.
Pacho Speaker. O mine na nyame na kwa na krasa. Ni krasa wo mine e hwe ke bobo. Na we fi ni wona PS e dia kwa na mu ba ko ha ka se so ku di we PS sa de oro no opposition party side ni no timbo bo mi di manye ye die. Speaker na krasa. Tori me sina Ghana me here ni me send me money. We see the Ghana there. I don't man good.
I say of front to us. Hello, good morning.
Morning, what is it?
Eja usu ya ho ya mamintio bonito.
Yeah, premier offense you watch no. Ana ka say who obi o Ghana me feel bonito. Let to about the power we anka na na kwa be dia di wan kan take we criminals. And I'm there ko speaker. Criminals na na woko correction center ha yikunkum sa papa e budi na ko di speaker here sa na beba obi o no ye do wa ti ka te se obi o ye gala am say abon to kunu we ni pe wu ansa ni ya president o say what me criminal now mo parliament wana anti da kele Japan kan no I useless because I don't understand obi o no ka te o check obi o papa wu obi ni nie wu obi ni ba wu o ye criminal said you want to be there do your point to say better speaker. I mean you've been to us.
Yeah, also been to us me that say of front to us. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, I'm Pacho di ni baby akase free.
Me Pacho FM ya me kata sadenta.
Yeah, mami ti on Friday bibi aboko.
Nyame adon. Mr. Speaker, me dem empire won say we no be do so na we nomination na wanya na haja da go chairman. Na shefe Ghana nyina tinya the whole country population in national GDP to the way in Yamra. I didn't was a constitution, not yet the Mna Ama, it was so easy to say. There won't pay the door more on quite some Mr. Constitution just because of the levy. Chrono, say, no, but the boy Cornelius and Pa. At the same thing, Kansas Ambrano, 1911 to Yanko Pon here.
Yeah, made us say Yame and Huya. Hello, good morning. My last caller.
Mr. Speaker, Nyamini Pajon Apostle Asamani.
Bajo say?
Nyamini Pajon Apostle Asama.
Okay, Nyamini Pamaminti.
Nyamisra Onyoka say, Speaker, yeah, Kana Foma Munyamu Wangao, Nanaku Fado, President Ghana President Baumia, any Alankas, almost a compare some from a passing a year live on the passage. And you, but the all your way, child, Deputy Incoming Communication Officer, Asama, Tony Afan, also be now. Speaker, MP before, one more year threat for this country. One more young, the judges in the Muyan, or more threat to hold. And I get this also, and catch a plea, or more young, then you know, Tigana.
Better sing a minute, pa. Hello, last one. Hello.
Yes, sir, master.
But you didn't be a Casafi.
Me didn't the Yauza, me traffic soon, me bra.
Hey, Yauza, you have a call them, I mean,
that's an open my sister, what fireman, where we stand here to share Mudri and Wosa and a Yamishra pa na Chia, Mr. Alabama also we are on frame. Chichena Mokaman Kochaboa into we are on frame. And Wafa, maybe just say near Koso Ghana, I don't know, Sir President Kupa order Otimida. While me ada automation crown. The ministers, Amudo Mutimida, and that Saturday, on you not got up a came or Susan Casawano, police for and John Baba, and that, oh my damn Roberts, what could you pay? Every before June, One kotoko no be nye dewu and I was you the kind of food who cry and for an ekufado and for Bamia. Yeah, Darigabia, and ya says so this one about any people so you am running to Tunkwa, Muse Fita, Muse to no more similarity. Yeah, yet in the Yamisan when you are coming to
I was a meda, say, Mammy Fowl, and 7 for Biano, Edium. Solomon till quick that young cock.
Medasi Bebre, Speaker, Mr. Speaker, Asema Yekano, send him Dika Emra. Midasujin House Emra Assembly Yekat, Emra so dear, wouldn't so bit me the Nazem court, or full confidence idea where dear, made in Kunusuba, Emrani Betoa, Nene Wagin Susiano, Ebiana, Uncle Yepe. To who call him so Becodinko Nubecona, Uncle Yama, Sani de Ababeto, Nemo, I did back when see a canny much 40 as any say. I didn't know. 104 no year 104 no or can say except as otherwise provided in this constitution matters in parliament shall be determined by the votes shall be determined by the votes of the majority of members. It is majority of members are fiemu na uka uye a member of the majority majority of members present and voting. Na saa time no na Joe Wise na oka members na omo present no and vote here. If you are or see speaker no is neither majority nor minority. Anything now speaker inside there ya oka see the speaker shall have no or see the speaker shall have neither an original nor casting vote. Because all the other speaker. Now the last part they say, Article 12 about protection of fundamental human rights and freedom. The honor canon or see when the judiciary in the or respect the fundamental rights and or respect and uphold the fundamental human rights of the Honorable Joe Wise, because we shall see the fundamental human rights and freedoms enshrined in this chapter shall be respected and upheld by the executive, the legislature, and then the judiciary. So in this case, they see in Rano, judiciary just exercised one more judicial responsibility to respect and uphold
the constitution.
That is it.
I was Yamida, so made the Kwame appear could be an open so. I mean, I was with the Maya, your Boremo, I will fear more shops. I would do on behalf of the production team. I say a very big thank you. I don't do me any ochina, the best anywhere, dear. Authentic breaking news is up next. Macram, good afternoon, Ghana.